Okay, we're still on qualifying impact of other real estate owned, and as we're trying to think about monthly debt obligations, that's the subcategory that we're in now. And we've talked about qualifying considerations already and mortgage assumption. Now let's talk about property settlement buyout. When a borrower's interest in a property is bought out by another co-owner of the property, as often happens in a divorce settlement, but the lender does not release the borrower from the liability under the mortgage, the borrower has a contingent liability. If the lender obtains documentation to confirm the transfer of title to the property, this liability does not have to be considered as part of the borrower's recurring monthly debt obligations. Now, that is interesting to me, scary to me, concerning to me. I am wondering how, if I were going through a divorce, which that's not going to happen, but if I were going through a divorce, or I were advising somebody going through a divorce, I don't think I would allow the 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 my ex wife or ex husband to um, to buy out the property and not totally release me from liability. That seems to be a mistake. If the lender obtains documentation to confirm the transfer of the title to the property, this liability does not have to be considered as part of the borrower's recurring monthly debt obligations. I guess the point there is um, the bank is not real so concerned if you lose that house and it damages your credit. I get it. Um, if I'm misreading this, I'd love to hear comments. I'd love to see what you think. Current principal residence pending sale. If the borrower's current principal residence is pending sale, but the transaction will not close with title transfer to the new owner prior to the subject transaction, the borrower is purchasing a new principal residence. The current principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and association fees, and the proposed PITI must be used in qualifying the borrower for the new mortgage loan. However, Fannie Mae will not require the current principal residence, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance to be used in qualifying the borrower as long as the following documentation is provided: the executed sales contract for the current residence and confirmation that any financing contingencies have been cleared. Okay, so there's the good news. In other words, if the close is going to happen soon, pending sale, not close with title transfer to the new owner in time. So you got to count it, unless it's going to close soon enough that you've already got all the financing contingencies cleared. The executed sales contract for the current residence and financing contingencies cleared. Wow, that seems like a gamble, because you can always, people always back out. I mean, not always, but sometimes people back out. So that's interesting that. I'm glad to know that. Put that in the back of my mind. Put that in the back of your mind. Yeah, the closing date could be a week later or 2 weeks later, as long as all of this stuff is done. Contract and financing contingencies have been cleared. I guess you would get a NOLA from the other underwriter. I don't know. But I am always going to end saying, hey, I'd love to have you come help me at Churchill Mortgage. If you are a self-generating loan officer and you're looking for a great place to be, Churchill's an ESOP. Love to have you.